So good afternoon, everyone. It was nice just to touch base before the recording, but nice to see everyone here. And as I was saying to everyone just before that, quite a few members have, or quite a few people have signed up for the meeting. It doesn't mean you can always make it, but I will send you the recording. It's lovely when you are here. There is an energy to numbers, but you will receive the recording. So, guys, I want to get to it because there's so much I want to share today. I also said just before the recording that I actually went back to my PowerPoint slide and took out a few took out a few slides. I just want to share too much, but so I don't want to waste any time. So welcome back to the Business for the Soul business for the Soul webinar series. It seems to be proving quite popular, and I love doing it. So today we're going to do win-win. And we all understand the term and we all understand the concept. But I think that there's something to it that people don't understand or get or have never contemplated. So what actually drove me to do this was this quote by Stephen Covey. I'm just moving my things here so I can read the quote. Stephen Covey, as you know or don't know, he wrote The 7 Habits and then went on to write The 8th Habit. And his son also now writes books. Just if you don't know, Shem, in 2012, he was on his bicycle and hit by a car. And as a result, he died. Yeah, he died of complications. So that's how he passed on. But so he said, win-win is a belief in the third alternative. It's not your way or my way. It's a better way. It's a higher way. I just get goosebumps when I read this because if we run our businesses according to this, I think we will and do have different kinds of businesses. So I want to just repeat that it's not your way or my way, it's a better way. And in fact, it's a higher way. But what I want to go into today is I think we all know the concept of win-win. But what I'm going to delve a little bit deeper in is a belief in the third alternative. And I'm going to give you a great business tip, I think, by the end of the session. So what does the quote actually mean? So win-win thinking cements good and long-lasting relationships, not just that one-off contract. Okay, it's about long-lasting relationships. Because if both sides win, why wouldn't you want to continue the relationship? Win-lose creates competition and rivalry. Dog eat dog world. It's mine or it's yours, and there's not enough to go around. And what happens one day, and this has actually happened to someone I know, one day, 10 years later, you might need that very person that you were in competition with. And it's actually happened, and luckily these guys weren't rivals. They've now joined forces and actually have opened up a separate business together. And as a result, they're surviving COVID and doing very well. So win-win. Instead of trying to win, gain, or succeed at the expense of others, you try to find a solution that benefits both parties. It's about finding a way that both people can benefit and both people feel happy about the outcome. What I do want to say is often, we are aware people and we are individuals that really want to do the best by everyone. And sometimes we think we're operating on win-win. But actually in the background, subconsciously, we are thinking about me gaining. And if I don't gain, I'm going to lose. That plays out in the background. And if that's playing in the background subconsciously, it is going to come to the fore. So that's another reason why I wanted to do this about win-win. So what does a third alternative mean? So yes, win-win, both parties win. Okay, we're creating long-lasting relationships. But and there's a better and higher way. I really love that because when both people win and both people are happy, it puts you on a different plane. It's very spiritual, very religious, very connecting, that's how we want to operate all the time. But sometimes that's a fleeting thing and then we lose it. And then we try and gain it back again. So what is this third alternative? Maybe we've got a bigger role to play. This approach is based on my belief. I don't know if this is what I think, that there's often a third option that can be even better than either person's initial proposal. So maybe, Trish and I have got an idea. She comes with her proposal and I come with mine. And now we sit at the table and we try and make a win-win out of this so that both of us are happy. But maybe what we're ignoring and what we're not seeing is maybe there's another way. Maybe there's a third alternative. Okay? So remember, it's not this or that as in the last webinar. Maybe it's and. So it's this option, but maybe and there's a third alternative. And this is what I love about this session. So how does a third alternative happen? It's not my way or your way. Maybe there's even a better way, a third option. So by exploring different ideas, by brainstorming together, both parties can often come up with a solution that neither would have thought on their own. That's the beauty about brainstorming. You don't think about it on your own because whether you like it or not, your brain has a certain way of functioning and it always thinks in the same way. And that's beautiful. But when it's limited if it's just you. So if you're in a group or if you're with another person, their brain has a different way of looking at things and we can come up with a third alternative. But what's important is you must be open to initiating a collaboration with somewhere where you see an opportunity for both of you. So you must first of all be open to that. And what you must be open to is that it could look quite different to what you initially wanted it to be. Now, when we want something to be a certain way, we tend to hang on to that, even though there could be a better way. It's the strangest thing. You had this idea in your mind and you stick to it, but maybe there's another way. So you have to try and train your brain to be open to something completely different that might actually be better. But you must also be open to be on the receiving end, to be open to discuss a collaboration that you never expected from that person or seems totally off course. It's like, sometimes we go to a meeting and then the person will try and rein you in and they will say, Kim, but that's not what we're not here to discuss that. And I'm like, but I think we've moved on from that. That's an old idea. I'm seeing something new here that could actually serve us better. But it's no. But we're here to discuss this. Okay. So we have to be open when that idea comes up that's totally off the charts. That's not what you were looking for and very unexpected. We have to be open to receiving it, at least entertain it. Okay. And be willing to let go of how you think your business needs to go. So you have a plan for your business. And then Kim comes in, or Ansi comes in, or Annika comes in and says, but you know what about this? I see your business going in this direction. And if we could, pull forces together, this and this and this could happen. But we're so stuck on the initial plan that maybe we don't entertain the new idea and we could be losing out. So it doesn't mean that the whole business plan is to change. Maybe it's just a collaboration, but maybe it is also the business plan. Maybe it is also the business plan. Okay. So your business. I really, when you get off when we finish this module or this webinar, really think about this. What has win-win looked like in your business until now? How have you brought it to the table? Has it even featured? Or have you always tried to get a win-win solution, but have you not thought of what we're now thinking about, that it offers you a third alternative, a better, a higher third alternative? Have you yourself ever initiated a win-win collaboration? So what I mean by this, everyone, is you thinking about a business, and in fact, it happened to me this morning. I see a possibility for this business, we'll see if they're open to it. And I immediately saw wait a minute, here's a fantastic collaboration. And I'm sure he's never ever thought about it because he's in IT and I'm in business coaching. He's never put the two together. But that's the beauty of different minds, because I have seen an option that will set his business apart from any other IT business I know. But he has to be open to it. So my question is, have you ever initiated that kind of collaboration? You've maybe seen that with someone else, but you haven't initiated it because you think, well, it's really out of the box. They're not going to be open to it. It seems like it's got nothing to do with their actual industry. So you don't initiate it. And I want to encourage you here and now to initiate these things. It doesn't matter what they think. All they can do is say no. But you could open up something that could be the next best thing in the world, in South Africa, in your community. Okay. So why are business collaborations important? You can combine your strengths to create new and innovative products or services or processes, systems, okay, when you work together. When you work together, you provide access to new markets. So let's say this collaboration between myself and the IT company works. He's now got access to a whole market he's never had before in business coaching and training and education. And I've got access to a market that I wouldn't have had, all in the IT industry. And that would, we never thought of that before. So 2 new markets, okay, 1 new market each. You can pool your resources instead of it all coming out from you. And you can share the costs and share the risks. You can help each other grow and succeed. Remember, this collaboration doesn't mean that your business changes. It could just be a joint venture. For example, this gentleman that I'm talking about, it will just be a joint venture. And 2 heads, 2 pairs of hands are far better than 1, in my book. I think that's the problem with smaller businesses. It's so difficult to grow because there's only 1 pair of hands and there's only so much we can do. So it opens up more opportunities and more possibilities. But you just got to find the right partner and the right collaboration, okay, the right person to work with. So what can this mean for your business? As I said, have you ever initiated something like this? Would you be open to initiating it? Have you actually already identified someone, but you've just never shared it with them? How would you feel about finding a better, bigger, wider third alternative instead of doing everything on your own and relying on your ideas all the time? How would you feel about that? So in our last slide, and then we can open it to Q&A, please make sure, there's just one rule, okay? Make sure there are no trade-offs. Everyone has to win. So it could even be a group of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. It's not good enough for this to really work. It's not good enough for it to work. 4 people are happy. 1 person's kind of happy, but not really. Everyone's got to be a winner. That's when you get the higher way, the higher road. That's when you get the third alternative, when everyone wins, So if you notice that someone is not 100% happy, work it until that person is. Work it until everyone is 100% happy, because there is a solution, there is a way to make that happen. Okay, so that's the only rule, I think. So I'm going to stop the slideshow and ask for your feedback on what you think about this topic and what it means for you. I see quite a lot of thoughtful faces. There's Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Yvonne, you're thinking, huh? Because Yvonne, honestly, when I see companies, this morning I was on another meeting and there was a stationery guy up in, I'm not sure where, but up there. It's all the same to me, up there, Gauteng somewhere. And immediately I thought of you. And my first question to myself was, I wonder if these two guys can collaborate in some way. Would you be interested in me connecting you? I mean, I think more stationary people need to get together.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. He was from the Pinnacle chapter.
Okay.
Yeah, can't remember his name offhand. So everyone here on BNI, you know, I love to give tips on that. Annika, I'll get to your question now. If you want to join another chapter, oh no, they've gone. I was at the last online meeting. They're going live, but it was a great chapter to visit. Annika, you have a question?
No, I think you just confirmed something that I have in my mind now for a while now. Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Annika from Middelburg, and yeah, I do Herbalife, or Herbalife is my life. And there's this young guy. His parents has this amazing guest house, country house in Middelburg. They are business people. So he went to study. After a year, he told his parents, I know everything they tell me because I grew up in a house that has business in it. So he started this prepared food that's frozen. And I had this because it's for lunch or for supper, but there's no breakfast. And Herbalife, we are there to help people starting their day with a healthy breakfast.
Yes.
So I had this idea of have a joint venture with him, and now you're just confirming me. So I've written it down. I need to get his number, and we need to get together to see if we can collaborate, because I'm not competition for him.
No,
but I know
all.
Some of my customers, older people, single people, don't like to cook. So they use Herbalife as a breakfast, and they bought some of his prepared food as supper or as a lunch.
Sure. It's like almost divinely designed for you. He doesn't do breakfast, you know?
Yeah.
So and let me just I absolutely love it, Annika. So now I know that you will follow up on this. And you know, let's just say he's not open to it. Say to him, well, what would you be open to? What would you be open to? Because then you start getting his ideas, and then maybe both of you see an even better idea. But I can't see him not being open to that. Okay, I just can't. It's just you'll get more business, he'll get more business. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thanks for that question that I can ask also. What would you would be open to?
Yes. So you know, you can judge the audience. If you see him losing interest or whatever, you can say, it seems that you're not too happy about this. What's your idea? You know, just then open it up. Listen is your key to success, as you were saying to me the other night.
Yes.
Really nice to have you here. Feedback, questions, support, any ideas? And Melissa, I have a huge idea for us. So we shall chat.
I saw your email and I was so involved in your email that I didn't actually see the time. So that's why I was like, so yes. You know what, Kim, you have actually, this is one thing that I do enjoy about Kim is she actually reminds you to always try and open your mind up to different options. And like Yvonne, I just messaged you to say where you situated, because immediately I was asking that because one of my clients are looking for a cartridge that they can't find. So please send me your number. So automatically in this moment, you're sitting here and, hey, why not?
Sure, I love it. I love it. So you know what I love as well? I mean, this is a Bizsoul series, but as you know, it's another networking platform. Just look at that. And also Yvonne does courier as well, and she might just have that cartridge that your client needs. So it's absolutely fantastic.
Over time, we've actually found quite a few solutions for people that could not find, supposedly.
Wonderful. So please connect. I will send you the attendance list, okay? Anyone else with questions or input? Deep in thought, Trish?
Yeah, I had it's so weird because that's why I'm deep in thought. I had an idea with this one particular client of mine, and it was like a fleeting idea, and not thinking collaboration or whatever. And like, I can't sort of get that idea back. I know there was something that I thought, gee, I'm sure we could do this together. And now it's gone. So I've got to really just dig deep, and because it's exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. So maybe, Trish, I don't know how long ago this happened, but just not long ago. Okay, so that's good. Take your notebook. I know you've got a note, and just start scribbling. For example, start journaling. What did we talk? What were we talking about? What was the? Just write anything, because by doing that, it might remind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
I'll let you know if it does.
Yes, it will come. Just always have something handy to write on, because it normally comes when you're standing at a traffic light or something. Very quickly, so I'll give you something that happened this morning and last week. So I went and visited a networking session in the UK, and I'm having one-to-ones with them next week. But this one woman, she was talking, and then she's a wellness coach, and then she mentioned that she does retreats. Okay, you know that I also do retreats. So immediately I thought, well, like, who knows? I don't even know what kind of retreat she does. I've got to talk to her, maybe we can do something together. Or if she does retreats in the UK, that's another avenue for me. She can organize everything, and I'll just send her clients, and I'll just pitch up, and we can work out something there. And then also on the retreats, in this meeting I went to this morning up in Joburg, who was it now? She's a life coach. And just at the end of her 60 seconds, she mentioned she does quarterly retreats. Can you believe it? So I thought, okay, I've got to get hold of her, because if she wants to, she does art retreats. So if she wants to do an art retreat, she might want to use my venue here in Durban for a nice art retreat. Or I can send clients up there, or I can go and do something there. Okay, so just to open your mind. Don't be so stuck on, this is my business and this is what it needs to look like. Okay. So did you enjoy that, everyone?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I like to stick to 30 minutes. I think it's so cool. 30 minutes. Look how much we can get done in 30 minutes. So I really want to encourage you, everyone, do some networking afterwards, or contact the people that you can see here, Yvonne and Melissa, etc., etc. Annika, do your thing. And I quickly just want to give a quick testimonial, well, to myself and to Annika. If you don't mind, Annika. I am just blown away by Annika. Well, by everyone here, but I have to share this with you. Annika, it actually started at my free goals training. You keep on mentioning the client attraction, which is where it really started. But the free goals training is what started opening up your mind. So Annika did the free goals training a year ago with me, and then she went on to do my client attraction. A 14-day course, many of you have done it. It works like a dream. In 10 months, Annika went from 1 client to 76. And that was in November, so I'm sure it's a lot more than that. She messaged me last night to say February was her worst month, but she carried on. You know those scary months, guys? You know those scary months? And you just push forward. And here in March, she has signed up 11 new clients, 11 brand new clients. The best month that she's ever had. Prior to that, the best was 7 clients. And one thing, this is why I want to share, Annika, and Annika said to me in her voice note, she said, Kim, you were so right when you said you have to have the courage to work the program. I can give you the program, but you have to work it, even when when the going gets tough. So thank you so much for that, Annika. Really, I just love hearing those stories. And in the email that I'll be sending to you, I'm also going to share my 2 courses that are out there and available for you, for the Top 6 Mastermind Club, and also the You Are the Goal 1-year program. And if you know anyone, the client attraction is coming up again. I'm getting so many requests for it. And Melissa, if you don't know, and the people that haven't done it, once you join, you've got lifetime access. you can come to any of the client attractions completely for free. Okay, so that will be coming up soon. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. I hope you got a lot of value, and I'm looking forward to our next one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
Kim.
very much.
Take care.
Bye-bye.